My name is Natasha Jane Krisendina. I am from Indonesia. I spent the first 15 years of my life there before I moved to the US, and I don't really remember much of what I did growing up, because that felt like half a lifetime ago. What originally brought me to the US was me wanting to go to college, and I saw that all of the best colleges in the world were in the US, so I thought from when I was really young, I had the dream of going to college abroad, and specifically in the US. And we were able to make that dream happen in 2012, where I went to Bellingham, Washington for community college for 2 years, and then moved to Atlanta, Georgia to go to Georgia Tech for 3 years, 4 with a master's. And I just kept going to more school. And here I am, 5 years deep into a PhD. I started out being super interested in chemistry. That was a high school thing I was interested in, because chemistry class was the only class where you couldn't have labs where I come from. And so we had a lot of hands-on activities and it was really fun. And then I wanted to be a chemistry major in college. But Georgia Tech had required a lot of biology classes to be a chemistry major, which I didn't have. And so I moved into chemical engineering instead, thinking I was going to change majors once I was in. Never did, because I realized chemical engineers make more money than chemists. And from there, that took me to bioenergy, which then landed me in the energy sector proper. At this point, I had gotten my master's degree and I was working as an academic publishing professional. So I was helping other researchers publish their work, come up with special issues. And the longer I did that, the more I felt like I wanted to jump in the ring myself and write papers, do research. I wanted to be part of that world again. And I specifically wanted to do chemical process design. And my master's thesis advisor recommended Texas A&M and Professor Mahmoud El-Hawagi specifically. And so I came here for him because I saw his work and I really wanted to work with him. And I've gotten to do that in the past 5 years. What the Energy Institute has done in my PhD career here at A&M has really brought together people who work in different parts of the energy sector that I would have never met otherwise. Because without the Energy Institute, I would be solely focused on, here's a process that turns A into B. I will make this process better. But this process sits within an energy system, a supply chain, policy environments, interacts with food and water supply chains as well. And all of these considerations I would have never been exposed to without the people that I've met through the Energy Institute. And so that has been really valuable in my research and putting what I do in the bigger context of what it takes to build a sustainable or resilient energy system. This month is full of big, major life changes. I defended my PhD at the beginning of this month. I am getting married tomorrow. And wrapping up this chapter of my career as a PhD and looking for the next professional opportunity, which might take me out of college, station, maybe take me out of Texas. So there might be a move on the horizon, but we're not sure where yet or with whom. So lots of transitions right now. I'm really looking for the opportunity to apply a lot of the skills that I have here, the skills in optimization, in computer programming, in systems level thinking for energy systems, and really apply that to some real world, big, large scale problem in the energy sector. So I've been really fortunate to have done a couple of internships in my time here. And I've done an internship for an oil and gas company. I've done an internship with an electricity provider company. And so I've seen what optimization, what our skills that we've gotten from the Energy Institute, what they do in the real world to try and make a more efficient energy network, try to make a more efficient distribution of electricity to customers.
When did you start? You started in July, right?
I started like. Did your parents know that when they sent you to Bellingham, Washington, that you were never going to return?
My parents have always harbored some hope in this past 12 years. Unfortunately, I am marrying an American who will continue to live and work here. So that door is slowly closing in front of them.
I gotta believe your parents are awfully proud of you. How does that make you feel?
Honored. I am honored that my parents, I hope they are proud of me. And assuming that they are, I am very honored, because without them, I would not be here in more ways than one. I would not be the person I am without their guidance, without how they've raised me. And I would not be here if they did not take that risk in sending their 15-year-old daughter 10,000 miles away from home.